top 3 reasons why Traderjoe. Now, I'm not talking about Traderjoe, the grocery store, mind you. I'm talking about the A.M.M. or automated market maker, Traderjoe. But it's not only just an A.M.M. They have lending, borrowing, staking, and just recently added NFTs. And I believe that this NFT store has huge potential to become the next OpenSea. Not only as an NFT store, but I believe the entire Traderjoe ecosystem will continue to grow and flourish as a whole in the coming years, and I'm going to give you my 3 reasons why that is. Now, before I get into my reasons, I want to give you a short background on Traderjoe. It was first started in last July, so that was July of 2021, and it started in the bear market. This was back when AVAX was like $10 or so. It was co-founded by CryptoFish and 0x Murloc or 0x Murloc. I'm sorry, I don't know how to. It's been a year. I still don't know how to pronounce that name, but yeah. These 2 guys, who are also affiliated with World of Warcraft, I suppose, they got together and they made this amazing system. And I was a part of that era where they were marketing it on Twitter. I even asked some questions and they gave me direct answers on Telegram, so I knew that they were legitimate. Most projects tend not to do that. So that was immediately a sign that said, okay, these guys have some potential to grow. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, on a podcast, I don't know which one, CryptoFish explained that he was also a doctor, of all things. Can you believe it? Yeah. Yes, he reminisced the time about in 2017 where he lost a ton of money. And he had this pent-up anger and fire within him that he wanted to make that money back, or he wanted to get back at the market. So he decided that he'd become a programmer. So I might have to, don't take my word for it, but so far as I can remember on the podcast, that's what he said. Now, my first reason is Traderjoe has one of the most passionate and committed teams I've ever seen in DeFi. Now, in the blockchain space, there are teams that make blockchains, and they are somewhat more committed. But in DeFi, or decentralized finance, things get a lot more shady. For every 10 new projects that come up, 9 of them are rug pulls. I mean, this goes without saying. Even if they're not rug pulls, the team loses sort of the energy, the passion to continue on, or they make the money, they see all that money, they take the money and run, or whatever it is the case. With Traderjoe, in bear markets and bull markets, I've seen them never change. Their stance has never faltered. And they constantly put out new products. They ship new products. And I'm going to touch on those a little bit later. But absolutely wonderful team. I can't say that I've had the honor of meeting any of them. But as far as I can tell from Twitter, from YouTube, from podcasts, this team is legit. And they are here to absolutely not only innovate, but change the financial system as a whole. My second reason is they have by far the best UI and UX. Here's the thing. Most projects tend to just hard fork it and just copy paste from PancakeSwap or whatever. I mean, sure, it's like going to a McDonald's in another country. You know what you're getting. But the thing is, these people who hard fork these projects tend to rug a lot more often because they don't want to commit. They don't want to make something new just to rug pull it. I mean, it's counterintuitive, isn't it? Why would you put so much effort in something just to destroy it? If you're putting that much effort into it, it's just like the staking or mining mentality. You want to keep the system afloat, because you now are a part of that system and you are getting money. You are being rewarded for preserving, maintaining, and prospering that system. So the UI and UX I love the design. Here's the design. I'll put a design somewhere here. The design reminds me of the days of the Nintendo 64. It's playful, it's cheery, the way that everything's open, you can see everything. Much like looking at iOS from an iPhone, everything is clear, crisp. You know what you're getting into. You know what you're doing. Even for new beginners, which let's face it, new beginners are coming into crypto every day. This UI and UX is amazing. It is the Apple of crypto, period. At least that's my take on it. Reason number 3, these guys are absolute innovating monsters. And I want to show you what I mean by that. Here is the Traderjoe platform. As I told you, I love the animations and everything. It's crisp, clear, UI, UX, amazing. If I go to stake right here, and I go to SJoe right here, you can see that currently I have around $11 staked, and I've gained $2. I can't remember how long it took to accrue this money, but you can see that this is absolutely passive income that's coming from the trading volume done on the A.M.M, in this case, Traderjoe. If I want, I can harvest this USDC, send it to my bank account, or I can actually buy more Joe or buy AVAX or ETH or whatever I want to. I can do that with my passive income. Of course, I should also mention that there is a deposit fee of 1%, so take that with a grain of salt. That wasn't there before, but to manage the APRs, they had to raise the 1%, which is also paid to the Traderjoe treasury to sort of help it be more sustainable. So S-Joe brings you money, right? So what else can I do with Joe? The thing about Joe is it has more utility than just generating revenue. You have this thing called RJoe, where you can actually stake Joe and you can get this token called RJoe that's not transferable. So I cannot send you, or you cannot send me any RJoe, but it allows you to take part in ICOs, which are protocol owned. Simply put, RJoes allow for participation in protocol owned liquidity. What does that mean? Well, essentially, it's like an ICO, but it's more fair. And you're rewarded with LP tokens that you can stake and sort of get more tokens from that particular project, as well as some extra Joe. This is definitely more risky. Think of it like a traditional ICO. You just don't know where the price is going to go. It's completely all based on hype and speculation. But 10 projects out of 1, if it goes up, you tend to make most of your money back and then some. So it is a calculable risk, but then again, it is a risk. Last but definitely not least is VJoe, or Voted Escrow Joe. This is, I think, adopted from Curve Finance. Essentially, it allows you to increase your APY on certain LPs that you hold. For example, if we go to the farm right here, you can see Boost right here. All these farms currently, if you have VJoe, they will give you extra APY and APR. Why? Well, let's say that a huge group like investing firm goes in, like they get all the LPs, and they like try to like get all that liquidity. And then the thing is, these guys who get in can also get out just as easily. So what does this accomplish? Well, let's say that you are a humble Joe owner. You're staking Joe. You have your little LP like AVAX Joe pool right there, you're putting on the farm. And this other guy comes in with like thousands of dollars and just starts to get more APY than you. Well, that's not fair. So this VJoe allows for people who just stake it, hold it, and believe in the project more APR and APY. So essentially, the more VJoe you hold, the system rewards you for holding that Joe, and in turn, you are rewarded with more APY and APR. And not only that, but this is all speculation, but it is also said that VJoe will also play a huge role in the governance in the future for Traderjoe. So that's great. So VJoe, mind you, is not a tradable asset. You cannot go and buy it, or you cannot like go and send it to someone else. And if you unstake even one Joe from the VJoe staking pool, you will lose everything. So it's either you have everything or you lose everything. I like this as it only incentivizes the most loyal people who believe in the project. And I happen to be one of those people as well. So yeah, good for me. So those are my reasons, guys. So great team, great UI and UX, and also amazing innovation, especially on the part of tokenomics. So if you have any other questions, or if I skipped or missed anything, please write them below. Like I said, this is like a new format I'm doing, and I am definitely open to constructive criticism. And yeah, take care, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Stay safe out there.